Hi guys, welcome. My name is Heather Jones. I am the #1 intuitive teacher and I teach you the 7 keys for free. Tonight, you guys, it's going to be a little bit more casual, but we have to talk about why so many people are silenced. Why is there such a mass epidemic of sickness, of disease, of suicide rates, of sexual trauma, of physical trauma, of emotional trauma. You guys, a lot of people are suffering in silence, and a lot of people are sick, chronically sick, chronic pain. And the truth is that you can literally heal yourself in seconds. You can know exactly what's wrong with you in seconds. And a lot of us are carrying around traumas from childhood. A lot of us are carrying around generational systemic traumas. A lot of us are carrying around pain that we don't have to. And the reason why we've been carrying it for so long is because we have been silenced. We have been taught to silence the #1 gift that we have been given that can set us free, and that is our gift of intuition. I have spent 10 years and over $15,000 in certifications to remember the one gift that we all have right now. You are literally walking around with all of the answers and you don't even know it. You literally have the key to unlock everything that your heart desires, whether that's wealth, whether that's health, whether that's a family, whether that's the love of your life. All those things are possible, but you have to learn and understand why you're not attracting those things and why those things aren't coming into your life. Okay, because you've been silencing the gift. You've been seeking external validation, trying to fix the holes in your body, trying to seek validation. Okay, that is not how we're supposed to do it. So if you guys want to learn how to heal yourself in literal seconds, if you want to learn how to tap into your intuition, welcome. Welcome, everybody. So if you've been suffering in silence, if doctors keep telling you that there's nothing wrong, it's not physical, it might be spiritual. So I talk about the things that doctors can't, nor will they, because these are the things that will set you free. So key #1 is your body literally speaks to you through pain. Pain is the secret messenger of the body. And every time something goes wrong or you feel sick, it's just the messenger trying to tell you what's wrong. And the problem is that we've silenced the messenger. We silence there's like something in my lips. We silence the one thing that can set us free. Okay? Hey, Anna. Yes, I'm back on today. You guys, how many of you guys have been dealing with massive fatigue, so tired? You guys, I took like a 4-hour nap today. Knocked out cold. A lot of us are processing and integrating. A lot of us are dealing with things that are spiritual that doctors cannot explain. If you go to the doctors right now and say, this is what's wrong with me, they will tell you that nothing is wrong with you because it is spiritual. When I say spiritual, I don't mean that it's always demonic entities. I mean, it's something that doctors cannot physically see with their eyes. Oh, geez, Anna. Anna, we got to figure this shit out for you, babe. So we are carrying generational systemic traumas. We are carrying childhood traumas. We are carrying absorbed energy. We are carrying things that are spiritual of nature that doctors cannot find under a scan. Okay? A doctor cannot scan your body and do blood work and say, oh, you're dealing with childhood trauma. Have you ever been sexually abused, physically abused, religiously abused, spiritually abused? A doctor cannot do blood work and say, oh, do you have systemic generational traumas? And if you guys don't know what generational trauma is, they've actually proven this through epigenetics that you can have multiple things passed down multiple generations, like fears, phobias, sicknesses, diseases, passed down generationally. Okay? A doctor is not going to do labs and say, oh, it looks like you're carrying a lot of absorbed energy. Are you an empath? Are you a people pleaser? Right? A doctor is not going to say, Oh, it looks like you're being spiritually attacked by demonic entities or unclean spirits or fiery darts of the adversary. You guys, these are the things that I teach. I teach you in the 7 keys how to unlock truth. Because the truth is that your body has been telling you exactly what's wrong through pain. Okay, pain is the secret messenger, but we have been taught to silence our pain. How many of you guys have been taught pain is bad? The second you have pain, run and grab a painkiller. How many? How many of you guys, the second you have any type of pain, you run and grab an ibuprofen, a Tylenol? It's okay if you do, okay? I used to do the same thing. The second I had any sort of pain, I would just run to my kitchen cabinet and do what I was taught. Yeah. And it wasn't until I realized for the first time in my life that my pain was actually the messenger trying to tell me what was wrong. And every time I silenced the messenger didn't go away, right? The pain kept coming back, but sometimes it would come back stronger and harder. And then I was dealing with chronic pain for over 11 years. You guys, I dealt with chronic migraines for over a decade. Okay, I took painkillers and they were chronic migraines. They would put me in bed for hours if I didn't have my medication. You guys, I was silencing my truth. And I'm going to teach you right now how you can tap into what that pain actually is. So if you are dealing with any type of disease, cancer, autoimmune disorder, Hashimoto's, eczema, psoriasis, okay, any chronic symptom you're dealing with, and maybe it's not even chronic, okay, maybe it's constant aching neck pain, shoulder pain, back pain. That is the messenger trying to tell you what's wrong, okay, and you have been silencing the messenger. The messenger doesn't go away, she gets louder. She's trying to tell you what's wrong. He's trying to tell you what's wrong and you're not listening. This is how you use the 7 keys to unlock your truth, okay? This is how you figure out what it might be because it's not physical. Okay, you ask your body. Your body is a literal instrument that can test with a 99.9% accuracy. Okay, so I'm going to teach you what most people won't teach you unless you pay thousands of dollars. A lot of these things are behind paywalls, right? Through certifications in holistic healing. Key number 1 is your body literally speaks to you through pain. Key number 2 is it could be physical, but we can know. If it is physical, it's going to be only one of these 3 things, okay? Get a pen and paper. If it's physical, it's only going to be a parasite, a toxin, or a nutrient deficiency. It could be multiple, okay? It could be multiple. You could have multiple parasites, multiple toxins, multiple nutrient deficiencies. But here's the thing, you guys, your body is an instrument, and when you ask, you receive the answers. Doctors and scientists have already proven this. Okay, doctors and scientists have proven that when you ask the body a question, the body responds. So when I ask my body, do I have a parasite, yes or no? And it says yes, I can ask my body which parasite and it will tell me. How does it tell me? I have charts, okay? I have charts and I teach you how to use these charts to test, to use your body as an instrument. People use pendulums, people use dowsing rods. You don't need any of that crap. You just need your body and your intuition. That's it. So if your body says, yes, it's a parasite, or yes, it's a toxin, or yes, it's a nutrient deficiency, or and it could be more than one and multiple, your body will also tell you how to heal it at the root cause. Hey, Heather. How about if we had a very bad car wreck and had a ton of physical trauma? Yeah, you need to clear that. In fact, I tell a story every night about this, okay? I had a friend who was in a car accident when she was 6 months old, okay? She had no clue. Her mother thought they were gonna die. She carried absorbed energy in her gut, which caused chronic constipation and issues till she was 27. She met me. We went through the 7 keys. She cleared her stomach pain in literal minutes using the keys. And she recognized that she had absorbed fear. Wasn't even hers, okay? 6 months old, car accident. So how do you clear? I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you right now for free, okay? I teach these things for free. I don't know anyone else who does. If you find them, please tag me in them so we can be best friends. We can teach together. So you guys, key number 3. Let's go into key number 3. We're going into the 7 keys. You guys, it took me 15 years to learn these keys, if you truly want to learn how to set yourself free, you will follow me, you will share this video, and you will listen. Key number 3. You're okay, Mike. I'm just passionate, brother. Stay with me. Be my friend. Be a part of my community. We'll figure it out together. I promise. Okay? I promise. You guys, if you missed the first 2 keys, that's okay. I love you. I see you. I give you all the keys for free in my free guide, and we're going to go through them a couple times. Okay? Make sure you get my free guide. Key number 3. Key number 3 is the emotional key. The emotional key. What does the emotional key mean? It means that as a child, or any time between the ages of 0 to 25, if you experienced any of these traumas, which I know you have, because we come to this earth to experience traumas and trials, that is our hashtag training, okay? If you've experienced sexual trauma, which 1 in 4 between the ages of 0 and 18 will. Sad, sick, but it's true. They say it's not as many for men, but I think that's a lie. I think that it's just the same for men, but men are not vocal, and I don't think men share their abuses as often as women, okay? If you've ever experienced physical trauma, if you've ever experienced emotional or spiritual trauma, okay, between the ages of 25, you did not have the mental capacity to tell yourself the truth about that situation. And so it looks like this. When I was a little girl, when I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I was being physically abused. I was being sexually abused by babysitters, and I was being spiritually and religiously abused. And so when I was 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, I did not have the mental capacity to tell myself the truth about those experiences. I told myself that I must be unworthy, that I must not be good enough, that I must be unlovable, right? I carried the pain as a child. So what you have to do with your now adult mind, when you're 30 and 40 and 50 and 60, you can now look back and say, that was not right. What happened to me was abuse. Hey, Suzette. Those things that happened to me were not okay. And you have to tell that little person the truth, because you are still carrying the distortion and the lies about that experience. You are still carrying the shame and the trauma. Yay, Thriving Thursday. So when you carry those emotional traumas, you guys, they don't just go away, okay? They don't just go away, they stay with you. The messenger, your body, protects those things from you until you're ready to now process them. But the problem is now you're an adult. The pain shows up, right? Pain is just communication. It's just the messenger saying, hey, there's something here that's ready to clear. But what we're taught to do is silence the messenger. We push it down with painkillers, with drugs, with alcohol, with binge eating, right? Anything we can do to silence that pain because it's uncomfortable. But the second that we allow ourselves safely to recognize and tell ourselves the truth about that experience, you can literally heal the pain in seconds. Thank you, Suzette. I love you. So many people suppress. Yes, Heather, so many people suppress because that is what we are taught to do. It is a generational, sick, systemic problem. My dad's dad was silenced. His dad was silenced. His dad was silenced. What do I mean by this? I mean that they were all war veterans. When they came home broken, there were no tools on how to heal themselves. They were taught to shut up, be quiet, and be silent because a man does not have an emotion. How many men can relate to this? How many broken men do you know? How many men do you know that are suffering in silence because they're trying to hold it all together? Because they are taught that if you're vulnerable and if you have emotions and cry, you're weak. You're weak. That's a lie. So what happens to boys who are broken and become men? They are toxic to their women. They don't know how to hold emotional safety. They project. They physically abuse. They're narcissistic, okay? Can we look around and see that a lot of men are broken right now? Heck yeah, Suzette. Thank you, love. Now let's talk about women. 1 in 4 women are sexually abused before the age of 18. Women are taught to also shut up, be quiet, and listen. I'm the boss. Women are also being told that not only do they need to be mothers, but they need to be breadwinners and they need to do all these things, and it's putting us into a masculine energy. Okay? I will raise my hand. As a child, as a female, when you experience horrific traumas, you learn how to protect yourself. I learned that I need to take care of everything myself, because if I don't, people will leave me and abandon me. Okay? How many women in here are hyper in their masculine? They pay the bills, they take care of the family, they take care of everything. I'm not saying this is bad, but I'm saying that if you do this too much, you actually demasculate men. Okay? You take away all the power from your man, because if you don't, they could take it away from you. Yep. And now you're stuck in this relationship where the man super, right, doesn't know how to be a man, and woman doesn't know how to be a woman. There's so much of this energy. Not saying that's you. But you guys, this is survival. Hyper masculine, yeah. And it messed me up too, you guys. I'm now learning how to deprogram. I've learned how to deprogram myself. I've learned how to relax. I've learned how to ask for help, that asking for help can be safe. I learned who are the right people in my life and who are the wrong people in my life. You guys, how did I learn them? I learned them through the 7 keys. I learned them by healing myself, by recognizing that I had emotional traumas, by recognizing that when I was 6 years old and my mom left me, that created craters in my body, massive craters of I'm not good enough, I'm unworthy. And those craters of energy that were stored in my body were physically attracting, it's called coherence, toxic things into my life. And it wasn't until I was in my 30s that I started healing those holes, right? I started filling them with unconditional love for myself. I started telling myself the truth. I started going back in time, speaking to my younger self and getting rid of the distortion and lies. And you guys can do this too in literal seconds. It takes seconds. The problem with our system now, traditional therapy, is it takes way too long. Always talking about the problem, right? No real tools that can help you get to the root cause and clear it in seconds. And you guys, that is what the 7 keys does. It teaches you how to get to the root cause and then how to clear it. And I'm giving you the keys for free. So let's go to the next key. And if any of you guys have experienced those emotional traumas, I just want you to know that they should never define you. They should never keep you stuck as a victim. What they should do is help you to recognize that you are a survivor. That was meant to kill you, that was meant to destroy you, didn't. And you're still here, Queen. You're still here. Okay? Not only are you here, but you're probably thriving, maybe not the best way, right? Not in fight or flight, but you're thriving. You're taking care of yourself. You are making sure things are taken care of. And that is powerful. I just want you to know that I see you. And it is not easy to overcome childhood traumas. So let's go to the next key. You guys, the next key, we've kind of already talked about this, is generational trauma, right? So you could have fears, phobias, sicknesses, and diseases. Scientists have proven this. Scientists have proven that you right now could be having a fear and you have no clue why. Why am I afraid of heights? Why am I afraid of snakes? Okay, why am I afraid of making money? Why am I afraid of being rich? Why do I have so much sickness or disease? It could be because you are literally carrying generational trauma from your mom or your dad multiple generations back. And I teach you how to unlock if you do or not. How many of you guys, right, know that you come from toxic family? How many of you guys are the black sheep because you're tired of it? You're like, I'm not putting up with the lies, the back talking, the backstabbing. Okay, I'm not putting up with this toxic, I'm the parent, so you should listen to me and I'm always right. Yeah. Or you have toxic siblings. Okay, yes, it is systemic, you guys. There's a problem. But people are starting to realize that they don't have to put up with that. Okay, just because you gave birth to me or you're my sibling or you're my family member doesn't mean you get a seat at my table. Sorry, you have to earn your seat at my table. That's how it is in my life, okay? Yeah, look at all these people. So generational trauma can literally cause you physical pain. It could literally cause you chronic pain, sickness, diseases. And all you have to do is tap into it and clear it. Oh, thank you. Yes, click on my picture twice, you guys, if you want to get my free guide. I do sell a $27 system. The system teaches you exactly how to clear these things, all the charts on how to test what it is. So my free guide, I list the keys out for you, right? I teach you a method on how to kind of go through this. Ooh, ringing in the ears. I've been getting lots of downloads lately. Okay, let's go through the next key. I tried to get your guide, but I still haven't gotten it. Mia Moore, was that the free guide or the $27 guide? Send me a private message. You guys, I'm sorry, I have hundreds of messages. But send me your email. I'll resend it or try to enter it again. Check your spam. A lot of times it goes to spam, okay? Look up Truth Code or Heather Ashley Jones. A lot of times it goes to spam. All right, let's go to the next key. Okay, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, I'll send you a message again. Okay, guys, the next key is the absorbed key. So we're going through the 7 keys. I give you the keys for free. Okay, the first key, get a pen and paper, or if you want, get my free guide. The first key is your body literally speaks to you through pain. Pain is the secret messenger of the body. We've been taught to silence our pain. You guys, pain is just language. It's communication. When our body has pain, it's communicating something's wrong, right? We obviously know that, but we have been taught to silence the messenger before she can even tell us how to fix it. Okay, key number 2 is it could be physical. If it is, it's going to be a parasite, a toxin, or a nutrient deficiency. It could be multiple, but your body will tell you which one and how to clear it at the root cause. So you're not wasting money on vitamins or detoxes or cleanses that just aren't going to help. Key number 3 is it could be emotional trauma. If you've ever experienced physical, sexual, emotional, spiritual, religious trauma at any time in your life and you haven't gone back and healed that, okay, you could be having physical pain right now from that. The next key is generational trauma. You could have things passed down multiple generations from mom and dad. I see it every day. Okay, the next key, we only have 3 keys left. The next key is absorbed energy. We are all energy. We are all energy. The problem is a lot of us empaths or people, we are walking around just absorbing everyone's toxic energy like a sponge. How many of you guys are like absolutely exhausted? And you're like the dumping bag. People just dump all their problems and all their energy on you. And they're like, oh, I feel so much better. Yeah. Right? They're like, oh, I just love talking to you. You just make me feel so good. Right? How many of you guys have people that call you, try to hang out with you, and they're just takers? They take, okay? These are energetic vampires that love to steal your energy and your time. No boundaries. Yeah. Literally had to take a whole weekend to charge. Boom. See, now the question is why do you keep allowing people to do that to you? Why do you keep allowing toxic family members or friends or people to suck your energy when your energy is so precious? Why? Is it because, conditioning? Is it because you don't think you're good enough? Is it because you're still seeking external validation for your worth? Is it because you are still needing other people to prove you're worthy of love? Yep, low self-esteem, trauma response, yep, all of these. Familiarity, yep. So you guys, the first thing that we have to do is we have to become totally aware of our surroundings. We have to become aware of the patterns and cycles that we keep allowing to happen. When you have the 7 keys, it will tell you where to clear, but you guys, I need you to get my free guide and take my free Live Empowered course, because so many people that I'm working with, they do not even carry the basic foundational tools of, do you even have a vision? Do you know where you're going? Do you know what you want in your life? Do you know how to set boundaries? Do you know how to say no? Okay? Do you know how to create safety in your body? A lot of people don't. People have no freaking clue that they even can. No is a superpower. So if you guys have never done personal development, or you've done it and it's just a bunch of garbage, you guys get my free guide. In the back, there is a link to my free Live Empowered course. It's only 8 really quick modules, 5 to 6 minutes long. Okay. Again, I paid over $1,000 for personal development, and this is broken down for you so that when you're ready to now use the 7 keys and you get absorbed energy, you instantly know where the boundary needs to be set. Okay? So let me tell you a quick story about absorbed energy. I know I tell this every night, but it is so powerful. It is so powerful. You can absorb other people's energies and not even know it. Okay, it's called quantum entanglement. You can literally be sitting by someone. Okay, if you're 9 feet around anyone, you're picking up their energy. That's how you know when you get like the ick around someone, or you know when someone's totally full of bull crap and they're just lying to you. You're like, liar. Okay? You are totally aware of people, of what their thoughts are, how they actually think about you. Yeah. A lot of us who are super hyper aware, I say this too, it's because of your childhood trauma. You had to become aware of all the emotions, because at any second you could be unsafe because people are going to freak out, right? Or beat you or abuse you. And so you're super heightened aware of the energy. But a lot of times, you guys, again, we absorb energy and we don't even know it. So quantum entanglement, what does this look like? Okay. You could be in a room or even on a TikTok live. Okay. You could be watching something. Our energies are literally bouncing off of each other right now, okay? You're even picking up on my energy. Energetically, we're connected right now, okay? After about a good 20 minutes, our energies are actually connected. But sometimes when you leave, you take that person's energy with you. Okay, this is absorbed energy. This is one of the ways you can absorb energy. And now all of a sudden you have a headache out of nowhere, chest pain out of nowhere, shoulder pain out of nowhere. Okay, and you're like, what the heck is that? Ugh, now I need to go pop a Tylenol or an ibuprofen. No. It's the messenger telling you, hey, there's something here. We need to clear it. So how do you do this, you guys? If I have pain, every single time I have pain, I ask the messenger, what is this? Is it physical? Yes or no? Is it emotional? Yes or no? Is it generational? Yes or no? Is it absorbed energy? Yes or no? If you get a yes, you know it's not yours. You have permission to clear it instantly. Instantly. And so there will be people who are watching these lives. I hold sacred space. I teach them the keys. They clear 1 absorbed energy. 1. Not even theirs. And they go from a 10-10 to a 0 pain in literal seconds. I do this every single night. So if you're new here, you're in for a treat, because you get to witness miracles happen tonight. Not because I'm a savior, not because I'm a healer, but I teach people how to remember their truth. And the second you remember and you do this, you can do the same thing too. You can literally heal yourself in seconds. That is our gift, you guys, that we've been forgotten. That is our literal gift from God, to ask and receive. Knock and the door will be open to you. Yes, Isabel. So in about 20 minutes, okay, we're going to be taking some one-on-ones. Hey, Jason, how you feeling, brother? A big kiss from this eternal love. Ah, thank you, Puga. So you guys, I love these keys. These keys are life-changing. I have taught people across the entire world, over thousands of people, how to use these keys, okay? I have sold thousands of systems, which have in return healed people in seconds. But it's more than that, you guys. It is teaching people how to fish. When you teach people how to fish, they never go hungry again. I teach people how to unlock their truth so they never get gaslit again by anyone about their pain, about the things they are going through, and it gives you your power back. You guys, I am the most confident, empowered person. I don't care. I don't give 2 craps if somebody doesn't like me. Have your opinion. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. That's what I want for you. I want you to be able to wake up, and if you have any pain, you know exactly what it is and how to heal it. If you're dealing with any type of blocks, money blocks, relationship patterns, okay, you know exactly how and why, so that you can figure it out in seconds. So all the people that I have helped, I didn't just heal them. I don't do that. I teach them how to do it themselves. So if you want to stop relying on everybody else and seeking external validation from everybody else to heal this, you will constantly, for your entire life, be hungry. For the rest of your life, you will need other people to fish for you. And that is not why you were created. You were created with a gift of intuition. You were created with discernment. You were created with a body that is a literal instrument from God to test yes or no, to ask and receive the answer instantly. And I teach this every freaking day, that when you ask, okay, when you ask in scripture, it says, when you ask, you shall what? When you ask, you shall what? Receive. When you knock, what will be opened? The door. Did it say when you knock, you will receive in a week, in a month, in a year? No, it said what? Knock and you shall have the door opened. Ask and you shall receive. It is instant, you guys. That is also a lie. The second that you have prayed or asked for anything, your body responded. But the sad truth is, you guys, is generationally we have been taught to silence our one gift. We have been taught that, hey, when you knock, the door might be opened, but only if you're worthy enough, only if you're good enough, only if you repent. We've been taught that, yeah, you'll receive maybe in a week or in a year when you're ready. No. What if you get under attack by demons? We're going to talk about that. That's the next key. So you guys, do not for one more second allow any external thing any more permission in your life, because you're worthy. Okay, let's go to the next key. Let's go to the next key, Mike. All right, Mike, this one's for you. Are you ready? The spiritual key. Dun, dun, dun. So out of the 7 keys, I have included the spiritual key. Thank you, Kia. Love Kia. You guys, Kia's in my spiritual mastery group. If you guys want to join my spiritual mastery group, okay, it's super powerful. If you feel called, it's ready. All right. For a long time, the knock and receive, ask and be given worked fine. But then, ooh, Mike, you'll be my first dude to work on tonight, okay? If you stick around. So the next key is spiritual key. This is the number 1 key that so many people are missing, because we have been taught that the spiritual realm doesn't exist, that the spiritual realm is just your shadow self. You guys, when I was a little girl, I was attacked demonically. Horrific night terrors. I'd be so afraid every night to go to bed because I knew I was going to have a nightmare. And then on top of that, I knew that I might wake up to something demonic trying to shut my mouth or block the doorways. I saw shadow entities that would shapeshift and morph, okay? I was absolutely terrified. As a child, what do you say? There's monsters in my room. We don't have the words. We don't have the mental capacity to communicate what's actually going on. So instead, we tell our parents, there's monsters in my room. It's okay, honey, there's no such thing as monsters. Sleep with the light on. You guys, I would be 4, 5, 6 years old, waking up from the most horrific night terror because I was exposed to so many things as a child. I was physically abused, sexually abused. No wonder why they were in my home. My mom was living a double life, okay? My dad was a little broken boy in a grown man's body, very toxic. And so for years, I suffered with these things. So when I read scripture, when I grew up in church, okay? When I read scripture about Jesus casting demonic entities out of people and casting them into swine, when I read about Jesus casting demonic entities out of Peter, James, and John and telling them that some of these things require spiritual prayer and fasting, I knew that that was not some made-up parable. So I am telling you that when you see people suffering, right? Have you seen people on drugs? Their bodies are distorting and contorting. They're literally possessed by demonic entities. But you can be too. It doesn't always look like the movies. It looks like chronic neck pain. It looks like chronic disaster after disaster. It looks like depression. It looks like anxiety. It looks like psychosis. It looks like schizophrenia. Okay? These things that are happening to you could be spiritual. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying everything is demonic, right? Blame it on Satan. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you very well could be dealing with something spiritual and you don't even know it. And that's how they want you to think. You guys, they love that our world turns a blind eye to the spiritual realm because they continue to feed off of your life force. They continue to feed off of your energy and they love it. So by all means, they're like, shh, don't think I'm here. It's okay if you don't think I exist. Yeah. And so I have done one-on-ones with men and women across the entire world with very similar experiences as me as children that they couldn't explain the things that they saw. And then even into adulthood, they could see things that they couldn't explain, feel things they couldn't explain. Why? Because we're not the only ones here, you guys. But I don't teach these things to bring fear. That's definitely what I don't do because I was absolutely terrified for years. And I realized something, you guys, we are so freaking powerful. You are so powerful that all you have to do is cast them out. Command them to leave. Fill that space with unconditional love, okay? Now here's the thing. I know a lot of people who I'm still working with that really struggle with this. They're really struggling because they keep casting out. They keep casting out and they keep coming back. Or they feel like they keep coming back. And they're like, what am I doing? I must be doing something wrong. You guys, this is where you have to learn how to use these keys and you have to trust your intuition. You have to have so much faith and divine belief in yourself that those things can never attach to you again because they seep in through doubt. Cast out entities, unclean spirits, familiars, fiery darts of the adversary, okay? Depending on what culture you grew up in, the spiritual language will change. If you grew up with Indians or if you grew up Jamaican or Polynesian or African, everyone has their own different spiritual language for these things, okay? I might say demonic, they might say something else. They might say a gray or a walker, okay? But these things exist. So we will be doing one-on-ones tonight and some people might have spiritual attachments that are connected to an energy, an emotion, right? So in my $27 guide, you guys, if it's spiritual, you're going to go to the spiritual chart and you're going to test, what is it? Is it demonic? Is it a curse? Is it a hex? Because you could know. And then the second you know, you can clear it. Okay? Okay, who's ready for the last key? And who in here knows for a fact that they are dealing with spiritual warfare? Or who have seen these things growing up as children? Yeah. And how many of you guys are still struggling with spiritual attachments? Yeah, look at all these people, you guys. Yep. Look at all these people who are dealing with spiritual things. And you guys, even at church, a lot of people don't talk about these things. How many of you guys go to church and say, talk about these things openly with your members? How many of you guys feel comfortable talking to these things with your church members, people who literally read scripture every day and talk about these things? Yeah, super never. Super never. Why? Oh, that's good. I love that you do at your church. That's amazing. Brian, I love that. Okay, so there are a few. Hey, Lightworker. So you guys, I will tell you for a fact, in my religion that I grew up, nobody did. And if you got up on the pulpit and you started talking about these things, oh boy, were you outcasted. You guys, we do not openly talk about these things like we should. If we all talked about these things, right? If we shined light on the darkness, like it was just the flu, like someone said, oh, I'm being attacked by something spiritually. Oh, I got you, sister. Let's pray together. Clear it. The world would be a way better place. But instead, we're taught to silence our truth out of fear. Yeah, most I know are not spiritual but religious. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It really has become that way, right? Their words sound close to me, but their hearts are far from me. And it's because they don't know how to connect truly, and they don't realize the kingdom of God is within them. So, kind of going off subject, but let's talk about the last key. They look at me like I have 6 heads. Yeah. You're crazy. Or they look at you like you're crazy and you should go to the mental hospital, right? They're like, you see what? You're crazy. You need to go check yourself into the mental hospital. You're not crazy. You're spiritually gifted. You're spiritually gifted, and they see that and know that, or you had so much trauma, they see that and they're attracted to that. A lot of times, if you're an adult and you're still dealing with those things, it's because you have spiritual gifts and no boundaries. Your spiritual antenna is so bright that you attract the darkness, but you have no spiritual boundaries. And that's what we talk about in my spiritual mastery course. Okay? All right, last key, because I'm ready to do one-on-ones. The past life key. Ooh, I love me the past life key. Ooh, it just hits different, because I am recognizing that so many people are carrying the persecution's cross. So many people are in this lifetime to clear past life imprints, traumas, right? Each life you come here is a life to gain more understanding, more knowledge. This is a secret for some reason that we don't talk about. I was raised to believe that there's only one life, and after that you become a god. Only if you live a perfect life. Very contradictory. But if you live a perfect life and you make it, you could become a god. But I believe it takes multiple lifetimes to ascend. Just like Jesus said, I'm only doing what my Father has done before me. What does that mean? Okay? So let's talk about the past life key. I'll share you a personal experience. I'll talk about that. How do you heal deep physical tension from emotional trauma? Use the keys. First of all, do you know if it's an emotional trauma? If it is, your body will tell you what the emotion is, what the memory is. The second you learn and understand, the messenger speaks, the pain will be healed. Okay? It takes seconds. All right, so I was dealing with chronic chest pain. Chronic chest pain. Didn't know what it was. Went to the doctors. They said it was just a virus. Okay? Going on 3 weeks of chronic chest pain. I asked my body, what is this pain? Because your body speaks to you. I asked my body, what is this pain? What does my body say? It's not from this lifetime. What does that mean, right? I didn't even know what that meant. So I waited a couple more days, asked again, because I'm very hard-headed. My body told me, this pain is not from this lifetime. So I did a past life regression. If you guys haven't done them, they're kind of cool. I had a vision of myself as a red-headed woman, a princess of sorts. I was in a castle. I was crying my eyes out. You guys, I was connected to this person that I was seeing. I knew that she was treated less than the dog. I knew that she was being abused. She was being used to bring male heirs into this kingdom. I knew she had no voice. She was silent. She was alone, desperate to be seen and heard. And so when I came out of that meditation, that vision, that was so real, you guys. What does that mean? My chest still was killing me. So I reached out to a friend who did Reiki. So I'm a Reiki master as well. I'm certified in all the things. Anyways, I do a session with her. I don't tell her anything because she came from the same religious background. So I didn't think she believed in these things. But anyways, I called, we did the session. About 5 minutes in, I was brave and said, hey, I think I believe in multiple lives. Because even just saying that was crazy to me, you guys. I did not believe that. So she said, oh yeah, she's like, good, I do too. And then she proceeded to tell me that she saw a little redheaded girl running through the field. And the second she said a redheaded little girl, I didn't tell her a damn thing. My entire body lit up. Electricity. It was truth. You guys, it was truth. And the second that she confirmed that what I had seen was real, my chest pain went away in literal seconds. Chronic chest pain that was going on for weeks that I went to the doctor and they said, oh, it's probably a virus, was cleared in minutes. Why? Because the messenger showed up in pain. The messenger was language. There's something here. There's something here that's not right. My body told me it's not from this lifetime. I needed to know why. I needed that confirmation. The second she confirmed that, the messenger left. I got the message. Heather got the message. Boom, the pain is gone. So some of you guys literally might be dealing with pain from another lifetime. And I know to some people that sounds crazy, but it's true. I have literally seen people heal themselves in seconds by clearing one past life imprint, one persecution cross, something karmic. I have seen people make hundreds of thousands of dollars within the month from clearing one karmic debt. Right? What does that mean? That means in another lifetime, maybe you were an asshole, right? And you stole people's money and you weren't a very good person. In this lifetime, you're like, why am I so broke? It's because you had to learn what it felt like to be broke and being taken advantage of. And the second you cleared that, you learned the lesson, guess what? All the money comes in, right? Crazy. Crazy. Indra's like, how? How do you clear it? Well, first of all, you have to recognize the keys. You have to recognize and understand the 7 keys to unlock truth. I give you the keys for free. It took me over 10 years just to get the keys. Okay? The keys just unlock truth faster. That's all they do. You have to remember how to use your intuition. You have to remember how it works. Thank you, Dina, for the rose, queen. So your body's an instrument. It can test yes or no, yes or no. Scientists and doctors have proven this. Okay, I'm not here to prove anything. I'm here to show you, to help you remember. I teach you how to get your yes and your no. The 7 keys, thanks Lightworker, the 7 keys are just doorways. So I work with doctors, nurses, psychics, mediums, healers, okay, to help them learn how to get to the root cause of people's pains in seconds, and you can too. I teach you the entire system for $27, okay? Get it before it goes up to $47, but I teach you the entire system. And as you learn this system, you guys, as you start practicing how to get a yes or a no, right? Is it physical? Yes or no? Is it emotional? Yes or no? Is it generational? Yes or no? It could be multiple keys, but your body will tell you the first one to clear. As you start practicing this yes and no method, guess what's going to happen? You are going to recognize that you feel a certain way every time it's a yes. You're going to feel a certain way every time your body answers with a no. You're going to remember, as a child, you knew exactly how to do this. As a child, you were so connected to your intuition. When you were sad, you knew how to cry. You just cried. When you were mad, you knew how to express your emotions towards anyone. You hurt my feelings, and that hurt. That's not okay. Okay? When you were tired, you took a nap in the middle of the day. Whenever you wanted. When you were tired, you went to sleep. You respected your body. But as a child, you were taught to shut up, to be quiet, to listen to me. I'm the boss. And then you went to a school system where they said, shut up, be quiet. I'm the boss. I'll tell you when you can go to the bathroom. Then you go into the workforce system, or you go into church where you're told to gaslight your intuition, right? You're taught to silence your truth. So now you're in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s and you're like, well, I don't even know what intuition is. I don't know if it's a yes or no. I don't know if God's speaking to me or if it's me wanting this really bad. Like, I don't know. You guys, you don't know because that part of you has been silenced for so long. You hid your light under a bushel for so long, you almost put your own light out. Thank you, Dina. I appreciate you, love. So as you start practicing this, you guys are going to start awakening. You're going to start to remember. And you are going to fill those holes with so much unconditional love. You're going to it's so powerful. You're going to be like, excuse me? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Like, I'm a queen. You don't talk disrespectfully to me. You don't walk all over me. And guess what? If you backstab me, you're not in my life. Bye. I don't care if you're blood. Okay? This is what having your intuition and remembering who you are does. It makes you such a baddie. Such a baddie. Powerful. Confident. And your confidence comes from knowing who you are. So many people don't know who they are. Thank you, Jennifer. So many people struggle with their own identity, right? They think that changing their body will change this and here. It doesn't, right? If I only look prettier, my boobs are only bigger, okay? If only I'm a man, or if only I'm a woman. If only I could change this physical, then the inside will feel so much better. But I promise you that won't work. I spent my lifetime trying to achieve perfection, outward perfection. Never worked. You guys, I was a celebrity hair and makeup artist before I got into this healing work. I worked with the most gorgeous women who were broken inside. No self-worth, no self-esteem, felt horribly ugly. It was always one thing after another, because you have to fix what's in here. Okay, one of my favorite scriptures is Jesus at the well. And you guys, I'm so not a religious person, but I'm very spiritual and I love these little golden nuggets. He's at the well and he's teaching this woman. He's like, listen, if you drink from those wells, you'll always thirst again. This is external validation. If you drink from those wells, meaning if you need validation from Joe, from your mom, from your dad, from your career, anything outside of you, you will always be thirsty. You will be starving. You'll be starving. But if you drink from my well, you'll never thirst again. That's from within. If you drink from this goodness within, the kingdom of God, the pure source of consciousness, right? Yours, you are the only one that can feel that. Having unconditional love for yourself. Oh, I love that, Andrea. I did makeup for movie sets, for a few movie sets. It was fun. But in my 30s, I got into the spiritual work and then I was done. I loved it, okay? So you guys, these keys are so powerful. So now what time is it? Oh, perfect timing. We are gonna do some one-on-ones. So if you feel called to have me tap in and get to the root cause in seconds, I need you guys to do this. So is Mike still here? Light worker healer, we can do you too. Is Mike still here? Hey guys, I see you all. Now this is what I need you to do. Hey Mike, this is what I need you guys to do. If you are saying pick me, and you haven't gotten my free guide, you are still in that pattern of seeking other people to heal you. And I just want you to know that's not what I do. What I do is I teach you how to do these things. So I'm going to show you how to do these, right? I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to give you proof how these keys work so that you can go home and you know how to do this for yourself, okay? She's like, I tried sex. Not you, Mia Moore. I'm going to get you, queen. Don't you worry. So if you want the complete system that I'm teaching right now, it's $27. You guys can get that. It's instant in your, don't spend the thousands of dollars. Okay, get my $27 system. It's a complete system for everything. Money blocks, relationship blocks, whatever you're dealing with. Okay, I will teach you exactly how I get a yes or no in seconds. Fastest, easiest system I've learned, okay? All right. Yeah, Michelle got it. Does anyone here want to be a moderator for me tonight? Anybody want to help moderate tonight? Oh, Mike, you don't want to go first? Can you show how you would do it now for yourself? Yeah, I'm going to show that just how I'm doing it for everybody else. This is how you would do it for yourself. Okay. So we're going to start with light worker. Boom. Thank you, Kia. Love you, queen. So we're going to start with light worker. So you guys, I teach you exactly how to do this. Okay. If you want the keys, get my free guide. If you want the whole system, it's $27. It is the most powerful system in the entire world. How do I know? Because I've done all the certifications. Brain tumor. Oof. Thanks, Lightworker. I think he has got it, but if she needs help, I'll have her reach out. So this is what I do. So you guys, do you guys want to know the fastest way to release pain and trauma? Like the fastest way. And I have learned several ways. Yay, nay, nay. The fastest way to release any type of pain or trauma is through breath and unconditional love. Those are the two universal things that no matter what country you're in, no matter what language you speak, I can help you clear. And I've seen this hundreds of times where I will allow people, or I'll teach people to hold sacred space. You breathe in unconditional love into the pain, and then with each breath out, you breathe out the pain. Okay, this is what they're going to be doing. So when I tap in, this is how you're going to clear. Because I'm not a savior, I'm not a healer, I'm not a psychic, I'm not a medium. Okay, I'm not here to heal you. I'm here to hold sacred space so that you can do the work, so that when you get off of this live, you know exactly how to do this for yourself. Okay? Light worker, what is your pain? Where is it at? Where is your pain? What is that? Do I have permission? Yes, and I have permission. So you guys, in my $27 system, I teach you how to do this for other people, because that we're meant to help and serve other people. Your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, your friends, your children. Okay, this system will work for your children. It is so, so incredibly powerful. Thank you, Bernie. Hey, Tammy Queen. Where have you been, my love? Hope you're doing good. You don't need a person to help you, Nanny. You do this for yourself. Spiritual blockages. Okay. Do you have any pain, or is it just spiritual? And then be a little bit more specific so other people can understand too as they're watching this. So spiritual blockages. No pain. Okay, so such spiritual blocks. Would you say these are like your spiritual gifts? So what I'm going to do for you light workers, I'm just going to do a generalization. So general keys, my gifts are blocked. Okay, perfect. So you guys, when I'm working for myself, I always ask, which key do I need first? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Okay, and I keep going through the keys till all the keys are cleared. And then I will ask specifically what I'm trying to get the answer to. So for her, we're going to ask this. Is the first key physical, emotional, spiritual? The first key is spiritual. Okay, is it the good? It's the bad. Okay, there's two sides of the spiritual key. I didn't mention that. Okay, the good side of the spiritual key is ascension, integration. Maybe you need prayer or consecration. These are good things. If you guys don't know how to intuitively test this, in my $27 system, I give you the chart so that you can pinpoint exactly. This is not the emotion code, but I love Dr. Bradley. Love him. Okay, I learned a lot from him. So, spiritual key. Is it demonic? Is it an unclean spirit? Is it a deceiver? Is it a fiery dart? Okay, so it's been something placed. It's a fiery dart. It's been something this is what's blocking her spiritual gifts. So no, but this is something we need to clear. Yes. Okay. So this is how she's going to clear. She doesn't have pain, but you clear the same way. So spiritual light worker, I command this fiery dart that's been placed upon me to leave my body now. I remove any tracers and trackers that have been put on my body, and I become invisible to anything that has been trying to hurt me or sabotage my spiritual gifts. And I clear this in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. And I fill that space with unconditional love. Okay. Has this been cleared? Yes, 100%. Boom. Does she need another key? Okay. Are we ready to go into the spiritual blocks? Yes. Oh, I think I already know. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Past life. Kia, what do you think it is, Queen? I need to bring you on, Kia, so that we could do this together. Or any of the people in my spiritual mastery course. Persecution's cross. Oh, it's not the persecution's cross. Is it an imprint? Is it karmic? So there's something karmic there. So there is something karmic. You guys, I'm not psychic or medium. I'm asking yes or no intuitive questions to get to the root. So if you have my $27 guide, you can literally go through the spiritual chart and see what it is. Okay, it's karmic. Does it have to do with her spiritual gifts? Yes. Did she use her powers wrongfully in a past life? Interesting. I got a yes. She used her gifts. Okay, does she need to know more? Nope. Okay. So, spiritual light worker. I command that this past life imprint or this past life karmic block that's blocking me to step into my spiritual gift to be cleared now. In all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. And I ask to receive my spiritual gifts and that they will be awakened fully. And that I'm going to be using my spiritual gifts for the highest and greatest good, for the highest and greatest good for all mankind, with no distortion and with only truth. And I fill that space with unconditional love. Has that been cleared? Is she clearing it? Yeah. Okay. So just allow that timeline to be cleared, to recognize the lesson, understanding why you're here, is you are here to use those spiritual gifts for the highest and greatest good. Has that been cleared? Yes, 100%. Good job. Okay, does she need another key that's blocking her spiritual gifts? No. Yep, the Lord can do anything in the name of Jesus for free. Stick around on my live and you'll see that I teach the same thing. I teach you the keys for free. A lot of people believe in Jesus, but they don't know how to speak to him. They don't know how to ask and receive. Okay? I believed in Jesus and God, I still do, but I didn't know how to ask and receive. I didn't know how to heal myself. Okay? I didn't remember because I was silenced. I silenced my gift of intuition, of discernment. Okay? All right, Mike, are you here? Yeah. And then light worker, let me know how you're feeling. And please come into the live. I adore you too. Come into the live. Does she need another key? No. Come into the live and let us know how your spiritual gifts have been awakening. And let us know what you've been discovering because I'm so excited. So excited for you, babe. It's going to be amazing. All right. If Mike is not here, we can go ahead and pick the next person. Thank you, Dina. Perfect. So you guys, this is what you need to do. I forgot. Oh, Mike, I got on your page. I think what I have is too complex for tonight. Oh, nothing's too complex, Mike. Don't be afraid. Nothing is too complex. But we could definitely go to someone else. Andrea, blocked at expanding your business. Yeah, who wants Mike to come on? That's like pure pressure. Mike. All right. Anna. Hey, Anna. She has heart problems. Pain level is about a 7. Okay. Anna has heart problems. Pain is at a 7. Do I have permission? Yes. Yeah, look at all these comments, Mike. Let me know if Mike re-agrees. Mike, I'm not doing anything other than holding sacred space to help you get to the root. Just so you know. All right, Miss Anna. What's the first key? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. Generational, Anna. Okay. Scientists and doctors have proven that you can have generational things passed down. Do we need to know more? Yes. From mom, from your dad. Does she need to know the emotion? No. Does she need to know how many generations back? Yes. More than this lifetime? No. 1, 2. So 3 generations back, okay, you've been carrying generational trauma in your heart. So this is what we're going to do, Anna. Okay, I want you to, I command this generational trauma that's being stored in my heart to leave now. And I fill that trauma that's been passed down generationally from my father's line to be filled with unconditional love. In all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. And just keep breathing and filling your heart with unconditional love. Okay? Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual. Okay, there's a spiritual. Is it the good? It's the bad. Is it an unclean spirit? It's demonic. It's a demonic. Are there more than one? Yes. Are there legion? Yes. Okay, legion. Legion. Does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know the age? Yes. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, age 5. At age 6. Okay, age 6 is when this demonic, legions of demonic entities attached to you, to your heart. Does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Front page, back page. 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63. Worthless. So at age 6 years old, you felt worthless, babe. Worthless. A 6-year-old little child, you guys. So Anna, does she need to know the exact memory or moment? Does she already know? Yeah, so something happened at 6 that was pretty horrific for you, that made you feel worthless. And that is when these demonic entities attached to that frequency. So what we're gonna do together, Anna, is we're gonna clear this, okay? So I want you to take a couple deep breaths in and out. And first, I want you to see that 6-year-old little girl. That beautiful little innocent 6-year-old girl. And I want you to sit her on your lap. And I want you to tell her all the things that she desperately needed to hear at 6. That she was never worthless. That she's unconditional love. That she's worthy, that she's beautiful, that she's an innocent child. And I want you to witness her entire body being healed. Completely healed. Until she sighs relief and she lets it all go. And she starts getting her joy back. You see this happiness, this delightfulness in her little 6-year-old body that just feels so good and free. Good job. And now we're going to remove the worthless energy from your body. I command this worthless energy, the lie, the distortion, to be filled with unconditional love. I command these legions of entities to leave my body. I remove any tracers or trackers that were put in my body. And I become invisible to you now. You can never ever see me or find me in any timelines, in any dimensions, in any space. And I fill that space with unconditional love. Good job, Anna. That's been cleared 100%. How are you feeling, Anna? Does she need another key for her heart? Yes. Okay, we're gonna just keep on plugging through the keys until the messenger says there are no more keys. Physical, emotional, spiritual again. Good, bad. Unclean spirit, demonic, a curse, a hex. A hex. You guys, curses or hex cannot hurt you unless you allow them to. And as children, oftentimes, we believe the curses. A curse is as simple as your parents swearing at you. Right? They're cursing at you. Curses, those are spells. Hexing, someone could hex you, right? So let's clear this hex. Does she need to know more about the hex? Yes. Does she need to know the age? Yes. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, age 5. So was it the same incident? Yeah. So the same incident when you were 6, a hex was put on you. Does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 68. Taken for granted is the emotion. So taken for granted. So I command this hex that was put on me at 6 years old to be cleared. I remove any emotion of being taken for granted, and I fill that with unconditional love. In all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. I fill that space with unconditional love. And then, Anna, keep breathing in and out. Love, love, love to your heart. And another powerful technique, you guys, that I learned in Theta Healing is witness the healing. So if you have pain, witness that, see it being completely healed and free. Close your eyes and just witness that area just being radiating with love. See the cells smiling at you and just so happy, so in love, free, clear. How you doing, Anna? Does she need another key for her heart? Nope, that was it. How's Anna doing? Mi amor. Okay, I see you, love. Oh, okay. You're next. Anna, where are you at, Queen? How you doing? Yes, Anna. She says, I feel so light and relaxed. Yes, Mike. You guys, we got Mike back. The peer pressure worked. Okay, Mike. Stick around. We're going to do Mi amor real quick, and then we're going to do you, brother. You were divinely called in. Okay, so Mi amor, agoraphobia, spine and stomach pain, tachycardia. Oh, lots of things. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to see. Agora, spine, stomach. Okay, everyone mass heart Mike so he can feel the love. And everyone mass heart Miss Anna. I love this. You guys, it's a family here. Literally. It's a family. Everyone here is just so supportive and loving and kind and holds space. It's like my favorite community ever. All right, mi amore. So, do I have permission to test for mi amore? Yes. Okay. What's the first thing that we need to work on? So she has multiple things, you guys. If you have multiple symptoms, you always ask which is priority. Is it the agor, the spine, the stomach? Okay, so it's the cardia, the heart symptoms. Physical, emotional, spiritual. Good, it's the bad. Unclean spirit, demonic, legion. Legion in your heart, okay? Legions of entities. What age? 1 through 5, 5 through 10, age 5, age 6. Age 7 is when they attached. Age 7. Does she need to know the emotion? Nope, she doesn't need to know the emotion. Does she need to know the moment? Yes, the memory. Did something happen at age 7? Mi amor. This is when these legions of entities attach to your heart. Okay, so we're going to clear them. We're going to clear them. How do you clear these things? You have to clear the energy first. Okay, so at age 7, okay, mom was terrible to you. So mi amor, I want you to close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths. And I want you to see your 7-year-old self. Okay, this little girl who has a horrible mother. Okay, you need to tell her the truth. Yeah. Abuse. That was not okay. You were 7. You were 7. So I need you to see that 7-year-old and get rid of the distortion and the lies that she taught or told about herself. And you need to fill her with unconditional love. What did she need to hear? And just like Anna, I want you to sit her on your lap and just hold on to her and tell her all the things that she needs to hear about her worth, about her value, and witness her body being healed. Show her the truth about those lies. Okay? And wait until she gets her joy back. Wait until she acknowledges that those were lies. Yeah. It is emotional because we recognize the innocence. We recognize that child, that we were children. Okay? So once you see her free and healed and just filled with unconditional love, it's time to clear these little a-hole demonic entities, okay? I command these demonic entities, these legions of entities, to leave my heart now. I remove any tracers or trackers that have been implanted in my body, and I fill that space with unconditional love. I become invisible to you in any timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. You can never find me again. And just continue to fill your heart with unconditional love. And breathe. Yeah, and all my empaths in here watching, you're probably feeling heart, chest pain right now, right? That's part of your spiritual gift, is feeling what other people are feeling, but we got to be careful because we don't want to walk away with that. So when I start feeling things, I'm like, oof, queen, that is not good. Yeah, Kia, you're feeling it too, babe? Yeah, if your body's tingling, you might be clearing. You could be clearing too, right? Truth transcends everything. And if you're feeling this and your body's claiming it, you can claim the healing. All right. Does she need another key for her heart? No. Okay, what's next? Agor, spine, stomach. Okay, now it's time for your stomach. Physical, emotional, spiritual for your stomach too. Unclean spirit, demonic attached to your stomach. Legion. Does she need to know more? Yes. Age 1 through 5, 5 through 10. Age 5. Age 6 again, queen. Age 6 again. Demonic. Is it legion? No. Is it 1, 2, 3, more than 10, more than 20, more than 30, more than 40, more than 50, more than 90, more than 100? So it is legion. No? Okay. More than 150. Nope. 120, 130. I don't know why, but there's 130. So not legion. Legion is 100. So there's more, I guess. 130. It's a portal in your stomach. Does she need to know the emotion? Yes. First page, yes. So you guys, in my $27 system that I give you, and you can test what it is, I also have like what emotion, so you can know exactly, okay? Front page, 1 through 10, 10 through 20, 20 through 30, 20 through 25, 26, 27, 28. Hopelessness. So that hopelessness at age 6. Hopelessness at age 6. Okay. Oh, I had stomach issues since that age. Neglect of care. Yep. So I saw that when you healed that 7-year-old little girl, you actually healed that helplessness, hopelessness in her. And so now all we have to do is clear those entities. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to breathe unconditional love into your stomach. And you're going to command these 130 demonic entities to leave your body now, to remove any tracers or trackers that have been put into your stomach, that you now become invisible. They can never see you again. And that you fill that hopelessness, that space, with unconditional love. And just keep breathing. Unconditional love into your stomach. Witness the healing. Witness your stomach, all the cells in your stomach smiling at you. They're free. They're full of love. No more hopelessness. No more helplessness. Okay? You got you. You got you. Has that been cleared? Yes, 100%. Yes. Does she need another key for her stomach? No. No. Okay, spine. Agor. So now the Agor. Physical, emotional, spiritual again. Good, bad. Spiritual, unclean spirit, demonic, curse, hex. So there's some kind of hex put on you. The hex was this age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, age 5. So at age 6, there was a hex. Somebody said something. Somebody used verbal words towards you and you took that in like a hex. They hexed you. So they said something about you and you internalized that, which created this agoria. So we're just going to command that to leave your body. Okay, we're going to remove that hex. Does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know the person? Yes. Was this from mom? So this was actually from your dad. Was it from her mom? No. Was it from her dad? Yes. Is this truth? Was your dad in the picture? Was it absorbed? Oh, it could have been absorbed too. You didn't meet your dad until 30. Interesting. Was this from her dad? Does she need to know more? Is her Agoria attached to her mom too? Okay, so first we need to clear, even though you didn't know your dad, we need to clear, oh, was this generational? Okay, so we need to clear the generational from your dad. So we're just gonna command this Agoria that I have. I clear any generational, anything that was passed down by my dad that I inherited, that's not mine. I command that to be cleared from my body and filled with unconditional love. So you guys, if you were adopted or you didn't know any parent, that doesn't mean you're free from them. You still imprint and you can still absorb and you're still actually connected to them, right? Parents are connected to their children. Whether they're in your life or not, they are also energetically connected. And so have you heard of like twins being separated? Right? And they felt things, and then when they got together, they had very similar experiences. So mothers and fathers and children, we are connected. We can feel things, right? We can we're energetically connected. Even if we hate them and we're like, God, I don't want them in my life, they're toxic. So we have to set those terms and boundaries to cut those energetic cords and to clear the trauma. Okay, but we're not taught how, we're taught to silence our truth. But our body will tell us. So clearing that, we're gonna ask if there's another key attached to the Agoria. Is there another key? Yes. Okay. Physical, emotional, spiritual, unclean spirit, demonic curse, a hex. So it's still the hex. My goodness. Is this one from her mom? Okay. This one's from your mom. So now we can clear the hex from your mom. Were these words? Were these thoughts? These are just thoughts. I don't even think she said anything, but she for sure hexed you. So I command this hex that's been put on my body to be cleared, and I fill that space with unconditional love. Is there another key attached to her Agoria? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. From your dad. Does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Front page, back page. 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63. Okay, worthless. So you absorbed worthless energy from your dad generations back. So this is a generational thing that you're carrying, worthless energy, okay? Not yours. So we're gonna I command this worthless energy, this worthless trauma that was passed down generationally from my dad's line to leave my body now. In all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space, and I fill that space with unconditional love. Does she need another key for her Agoria? Nope. So that was it. How you feeling, mi amor? Has this been 100% cleared? No. When does she need to test again? In a week? In 2 weeks? So in 2 weeks is when you need to test again. My back feels whole. Yay, queen. So someone had asked previously, like when the pain goes away, does it stay away forever? No, because the messenger is going to keep showing up with more pain. It doesn't mean it's the same pain, it's just a different message. Oh, geez, Nene. All right, Mike, you ready, brother? Ooh, I'm excited. Who else is excited? Okay, Mike, do I have permission? So, Mike, I just need permission. And if you don't want to elaborate too terribly, we can just do generalized keys, but I just need you to give me permission. Oops, I don't even know where to start. Childhood illness, trauma, abuse. Okay, perfect. So I just need you to give me permission, and you can verbally say, I give you permission. Okay, got it. Okay. So Mike, we're just gonna do overall keys. Okay, we're just gonna start with the first key. Your body's gonna say, what's the first key? The first key is physical, emotional. The first key is spiritual. Unclean spirit, demonic. Okay, so the first one is demonic. Are there more than one? Okay. Are there legion? Okay, legion. Legion of entities. Does he need to know more? Yes. Does he need to know the age? Yes. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, age 5. So at age 6, Mike, is when these entities attach to your body. Does he need to know the emotion? Yes. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62. Worthless. So feeling worthless at age 6. Does he need to know the exact memory? Yes. So something specifically happened at age 6 that caused you to feel worthless. And that's when these demonic entities attached, these legions of entities anchored onto that worthless emotion. Does he need to know more? Nope. So what we're going to do is we're going to, same way, Mike, as all these women have been clearing, we need to go back to your 6-year-old self. Okay, that's okay. We need to go back to your 6-year-old self because your 6-year-old self remembers. You don't need to necessarily know the trauma, okay? But something at 6 is when this happened. So take a couple deep breaths, and I want you to see that 6-year-old little boy who's heartbroken, who's had so many abuses. And I want you to bring him to you and hold him. And just hold him so tightly and tell him the truth about all the trauma that happened to him as a little boy. Tell him the truth about who he is and his worth and that he's unconditional love. And now with your grown-up mind, you can tell him exactly what the lies and the distortions were. And I want you to witness his broken little body being healed, being restored, being filled with unconditional love. And this little boy just melting into your arms, feeling safe for the first time, feeling so much love for the first time, and remembering, restoring all the innocence. Telling him that you've never forgotten him, that you've always been there for him. Good job, Mike. And we're all sending you love, Mike. Unconditional love for this sweet, sweet, sweet little boy. Now it's time to clear these demonic entities. I command these legions of entities that connected to me as a child to leave now. I remove any tracers and trackers that you implanted into my body, and I clear them now. I become invisible to you in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. You can never find me again. And I fill that space that you are attached to with unconditional love. And just breathe in love into your body, and you will feel exactly where they're leaving. Unconditional love into my body. Breathing out the pain. Unconditional love. Has that been cleared? Yes, 100%. Yes. Good job, Mike. Mike needs another key. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual again. Okay? The good, the bad. Unclean spirit, demonic, a curse, a hex. Interesting, I'm getting lots of hexes. Does he need to know more? No. So, Mike, I command this hex that was placed upon me to leave now. And I fill that space with unconditional love. I remove any hexes that were placed upon me, and I fill that space with unconditional love. That's been cleared 100%. Does Mike need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational from your dad. Generational trauma from your dad. Does he have multiple? Yes. Does he need to know all the emotions? Yes. Does he have more than 5? No. 1, 2, so 3 emotions generationally passed down from your dad, and you need to know what they are. front page, back page, 50 through 60, 51, 52, 53, 54. So the first one is unsupported. Unsupported. Remember, this is generational trauma of feeling unsupported. So this is your dad feeling unsupported and giving that to you, okay? What's the next one? Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63. Worthless. This is your dad feeling worthless, giving that to you. Next one. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. And self-abuse. Does he need to know more? Yes. Does he need to know how many generations back? Yes. More than this lifetime, multiple lifetimes of this. So this is a generational pattern of the men in your family being broken, passing down unsupported, worthless, and self-abuse. So now that we know, we can clear those from our body. So Mike, say these with me, brother. I command that these generational traumas that were passed down through my paternal line to be cleared now. I clear the unsupported energy, the worthless energy, the self-abuse from my body now, in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space, and I fill that space with unconditional love. And just keep breathing in love and breathing out the pain. Perfect. Okay, does he need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual. Ooh, brother. Good, bad, unclean spirit, demonic again. Does he have multiple demonic entities attached to multiple areas? Yes. Multiple timelines? Yes. Can we clear them all at once? Yes. Okay. Do we need to know how many? Yes. Are there legion? Yes. Okay. Do we need to know the emotion? No. So we can ask all these to be cleared. Yeah. So there's multiple timelines of connected demonic entities. So we're just going to command them to be all cleared now. Does he need any more childhood clearing in order to do this? No. Okay. So I command any and all demonic entities that are attached in multiple timelines, in multiple dimensions, in multiple spaces that are attached to me now to be cleared. I remove all tracers and all trackers, and I become invisible to all demonic entities. And I fill that space in my body with unconditional love. I remove any energetic cords that are attached to this trauma, and I clear those and fill them with unconditional love. And just keep breathing in unconditional love and just seeing and witnessing your body being cleared. Almost like this bright glowing light that's so bright that all those things flee. All the darkness just flees. It's just way too bright. There's no more coherence in your body. There's nothing in your body that they can be attracted to or see, because all those spaces are being filled by you right now with unconditional love. Good job. Does Mike need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Ooh, past life. Okay. These are the persecutions cross. Yup. Oh, Mike. Mike, is this the first time you watched my live? How you doing, brother, by the way? I just keep dumping and dumping for it. Yup. Kia's like, yup. Brother, Mike. Okay, persecutions cross. This is for both men and women. We chose to come, and we volunteered to come to this earth. You're not a mess, brother. You're exactly where you need to be. And all these things that have been happening to you are for a very specific reason. Okay, because you volunteered to come here, Mike. You volunteered to go through the most horrific types of traumas. Sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, religious abuse, spiritual abuse. You guys, so many of us chose to come here to experience those things because We had to in order to transmute the darkness. We chose to come here to live through the darkness so that we could be actual living lights of alchemizing darkness into light. Because here's the thing, I know for a fact, if somebody lived with a golden spoon in their mouth their whole life was totally easy, and then they tried to teach you about overcoming the darkness, would you believe them? No. If Jesus lived the most perfect, easy life and floated on a cloud, would we worship him? No. We worship him because he chose to descend below all things and experience the hardest, most darkest experience ever by taking on the sins of the whole world. You chose to go through the darkest night of the soul to be destroyed so that you could take that truth. What tried to break you, brother, what tried to break you is actually what you were meant to overcome, because you're a survivor. And there's a reason why all these demonic entities are trying to attack you, because they recognize the light you carry. You ask anyone who's had a spiritual awakening, you ask anyone, you ask any spiritual leader who teaches truth, they have come from the literal depths of hell. Any person who comes and teaches and leads, it is because they have walked the path of fire and they are here to help people. Yes. Yes. So you are not a mess, Mike. You are a freaking powerful brother who's walked the path that most could not, that most chose not to because they couldn't, right? But you volunteered because you love people so much. I love people so much, right? I know that you would give the shirt off of your back. And that's what most people do. That's what most people who go through trauma would do. Why? The homeless people are the most loving people. They will give you their last meal, right? Because they understand what it feels like to have nothing and to be helpless. So brother, the persecution's cross. I am so damn happy for you, because you are ready to release the cross. Not just this lifetime. It is multiple lifetimes of trying to bring truth to the earth and being silenced. But not this lifetime. This is it, brother. This is the time for you to reclaim all the trauma and the trauma that you experienced in this lifetime, to reclaim your power, to reclaim all the fragmentation and all the lifetimes. It's the phoenix rising. It's the dragon, right? Mike's the dragon. So you're going to literally, as you clear this persecution's cross, you're going to call in all the lifetimes of being silenced, all the trauma and the pain, what tried to put out your light, right? Which actually made you who you are, right? It's the dragon coming through the fire, through the flames, and just, that's what you're doing. You're going to blow that fire out. It's just going to burn everything. It's your power, Mike. You ready? Here we go, Mike. I command this persecution's cross to be cleared now. I call back all of my lifetimes. Every lifetime that I was silenced, in this lifetime, every time that I was silenced, I call all of my power back to me in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. I call back every soul fragmentation in every lifetime to this present moment now. And see all of that light coming back to you. It's like charging you, like, oof. And you're just getting stronger and stronger. And then you become this dragon. And I want you to see this energy just shooting out of your body. This dragon that's just ready to explode. And as he comes out your chest and your throat, it's just burning everything. And you're here. You're here. And you're claiming your rightful spot in this lifetime. You're claiming your spiritual gifts. You are claiming the person that you came here to be, a light. Not because you're better than anyone else, but because you have unconditional love. You have unconditional love and empathy for your brothers and your sisters, and you want to help them and you want to show them the way because you lived it. You lived it, Mike. You've gone through You survived and you're here now. And the world needs you. There are men who are desperately in need of leaders to show them the way out of this darkness, to show them a way out of the abuse, the traumas, the silencing. Me too, Kia. It's like burning. Mike, I want you to see you stepping into this new dimension. You're literally shifting your energy out. There's no more brokenness. There's no more I'm a mess. Those are all the lies. Those are all the distortion. I am Mike. I'm here to serve. I'm here to lead. I'm here to be seen. I'm here to be heard, and I'm here to be a light. And I will no longer silence my truth for anyone. That's been cleared 100%. Good job, Mike. I keep seeing, you know, the Polynesians where they go, right? They have that energy, that power. Is it the hookah, the haka? Oh, I feel that. So brother, I hope you're just roaring with energy right now and just feeling this fire in your cells. Yes. Oh, I feel that, brother. So you're going to come on this live, even though we're mostly female, right? And you're going to spread your truth. You're going to teach us, you're going to show us what things you have now, or what you're now stepping into. Yeah. So if you need help to remember how to do these things, because it's easy, you could do this too. You can tap in, right? Okay. Is there another key for Mike? Nope, that was it. Good job, brother. When does he need to test again? 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. So in about 4 weeks is when your body's asking you to kind of retest to see if there's any other clearing that needs to happen. So for the next 4 weeks, it's just integration. Okay, calling in unconditional love and allowing this integration to happen for you. Okay, this ascension. So you might feel really tired. You might have low energy, lots of sunshine, lots of water, maybe hug a tree, put your feet in some dirt. But we're so proud of you, brother. Yes. All right, you guys. Well, that was amazing. Mike, I'm so proud of you. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Mike? He's like, I'm all right. Good job. Good job. Well, if you need more in about 4 weeks, if you want to come on and we need to test again, you're so welcome. Okay, so if you want to buy the guide, it's linked in my bio. Right now it's only $27. It's literally the full entire system. That's okay, Kia. Yeah, so one love, shalom. I can do you tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Everyone in this community is just incredible, right? In fact, let me do what Suzette teaches. I got to follow my first 10 on my live. But you guys, I love you. Make sure you're following me. Get the free guide. How can you help me? How can we spread the truth? You guys get the free guide and share it with people you know who are suffering, right? Share it with your friends, your family. Teach them the keys, right? Teach people to stop silencing their truth, right? Say, hey, there's a better way, right? If you experience childhood trauma or any type of generational absorbed energy, are you an empath, right? Send them the free guide. Say, come follow Heather, share it, right? That's how you guys can help. And we can do this together, right? We need each other. I need you guys. We need each other. So if we can just spread light, we can be kinder, right? We can hold space for people so that they can process and feel seen and heard. Thank you for the cap. So I love you guys so much. I'm going to go to bed. Let's see, what is tomorrow? Is tomorrow Friday or Saturday? I can't remember. I will be on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay? I tried to get on. Oh, poor Kara. She wanted to get on today early. I was going to try to get on at 5 o'clock, but I literally slept the last 4 hours. So, integration. Good night, everyone. Okay, tomorrow is Friday. So tomorrow I'm going to try to be on around 5, but between 5 and 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay? Thank you guys so much for following the live, for sharing, for hearting. We made it to 100,000. I didn't even have to say anything. So that's a blessing. All right, guys. Love you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.